Good morning. Welcome to our absolutely terrific Tuesday, our last Tuesday for this beautiful new November. And now, tomorrow, we begin in the last month of this beautiful year where all of us will be re empowered, re enlightened, re enlivened. And here we are in our journey. So let's empower our dreams, let's add the power, and let's manifest for the next 1 minute, 21 seconds. More power to all of us. How wonderful. All right. So, yesterday in our beautiful book, Refuse to Choose, we talked about the Scanner Day book. Today is day one, and we'll understand what is a Scanner Day book and what do we do with that. So, of course, I did mention that you can have brand new journals or you already have the 5 journals, and that one of them is plain till now, which is called the Abhivakti. It's completely plain. So, maybe you can use that for this. So, let's understand what do we do with it. The Scanner Day book. This is simply a blank book devoted to what you do each day as a scanner, of course. No laundry lists or general journaling, just anything related to being a scanner. The place to capture your best ideas and also the tangents that pull you off those ideas. So, very importantly, we discussed yesterday scanners are those people whose mind and energy is all over the place. It's not concentrated, right? So, we capture all our ideas there. And what is the reason that we are getting off those ideas, towards and off? In addition, I'll sometimes ask you to work on an exercise that requires writing, and you might want to take notes on anything you find particularly useful inside this book or anywhere else. This is your personal version of the Leonardo da Vinci notebooks. If you've never seen them, find a book of reproductions in your library or try to get a glimpse on the internet. They're an inspiration. The Da Vinci notebooks are a great model for a scanner day book. Leonardo's entries are delightfully out of order, impulsive, and unrestrained. He even wrote his comments backwards. This was possibly to hide his ideas from prying eyes, or perhaps because he had mirror vision, or maybe because he loved to exercise his brain. I won't put it past a scanner, but never be intimidated by his fame or by anyone else's either. For you, he is just someone who liked to think with a pen in his hand, just like you're going to do. So this is something I've been telling all of us. We should start learning to think on paper. There are such beautiful ideas generating in this amazing brain of ours, but we'll get lost because 86,400 thoughts a day, and they become one of those and they're kaput. So whenever an idea comes, obviously we don't have our notebooks every day with us, right? But we do have smartphones. So I have advised all of you to make a group with yourself, put it down there in the group, and whenever you're back home or when you're in front of your notebook, just jot them down. It's very important to capture those ideas because you will realize how your brain has been thinking for what is going to come ahead. This series, you will say, oh, yeah, I did the series and this is when this happened. You will not even know how all of us are getting programmed right now. It's a total transformation journey. This is your personal version of the sorry, All right. All right. The blank pages in your daybook are where you'll capture ideas that could otherwise get lost or kept or keep a record of private little trips and what ifs that are always floating in and out of your creative mind. You'll find yourself welcoming these thoughts more and more as you realize you're not required to do anything but write about them. No follow up is required unless it takes your fancy to do so. So, very important for us to realize that we are in a journey where we're just scanning our mind with a zillion ideas that we have in our scanner mindset, and we're just writing them down. If you find this a trifle scandalous, you're not alone. One scanner wrote, I call the daybook my guilty pleasures. Last week, I wrote about a special kind of resort I'd love to build, a cookbook I'd love to write, maybe even video tapping myself and creating my own cooking show. And I took some notes on a few careers that looked interesting. I can't imagine why I didn't always do this. It's fun and helps me think. So very important, like all of the scanners. I'm one, so I don't know if you are one. You want to do this, also this, also this, also this, also this, also. And you're like, hello, इतना कुछ करना है. इंसान तो मैं एक हूँ. How do I do it? This is why this beautiful book is unfolding for all of us to tell us that we are in the right place at the right time. But let's look at how we want to go about it. So, how will our scanner daybook look like? It's important to make sure you own the right kind of blank book to serve as your scanner daybook, because this is no ordinary journal. You can carry a spiral notebook to write in when you leave the house, but you need a more impressive book to enter these notes into when you come back home. Get something you like, but most formal than you're accustomed to using, one of those books you're almost afraid to write in. Don't worry, we'll get you writing in it. So everyone, put in the chat box, is the empty book, the Abhivyakti completely empty, or have you doodled something in it? The idea was in this particular section in the last way, it was for artist way. This time it's for scanner. So have we kept it free or is it already used? Completely empty. So there we are. We start with that for a scanner notebook, right? Free. Thank you, Ritu. Thank you, Ruchi. All right. So make sure there are no lines on the pages and give yourself a lot of space to write on. The larger each page and the thicker the book, the larger each page and the thicker the book, the better it will be. You can usually find something suitable in the art supply store, sometimes with an old fashioned leather book binding of the kind you find in Scrooge's office. Run your hands over the paper to be sure you'll enjoy writing on it and get the kind of pens that make writing enjoyable to you. If you want to have a really good time, you can put your daybook on its own stand like one of those huge dictionaries. If you make notes at the computer or when you are away from this dome, you can always tape them in later. It's creative fun to tape a variety of notes and pictures to its pages and write them around and make an interesting daybook. So, Vijayji, I don't know what you've written in them because we had written journals separately. And even Pratima ji and Ankur, I'm not sure what you've done in them, but totally your call. But I'm sure you can just put those pages apart, probably seal them up with a little sellotape, or start afresh. Now, this little book will be more like morning pages you're writing, Richa. Okay, so you're continuing your artist journey. All right, then buy a new one or see what you want to do. The idea is why I've written it has to be a blank book, because you will put some idea, some picture there, or you'll probably doodle some picture there, and then you will write about it. So when you have defined lines, you can't really create too much. So that's why it says supposed to be blank. But again, each to its own. Writing in your scanner daybook is more important than you may yet realize. As the days go by and the entries add up, you'll notice that you're actually taking care of the sides of you that you may have neglected as well as undervalued now. But the very act of considering your explorations worth keep tracking of beginnings to changes everything you ever thought about yourself. In place of thoughts most scanners carry around with them about their flirting or dabbling without any extra effort. You'll find a growing respect for your new ideas that are going to keep coming up and the way your mind works. It's good for you too. Giving the creative mind of yours a chance to have some fun is like giving a plant sunshine and water. Now, if you felt under the gun in the past, whenever you started something, you'll enjoy discovering that the art of taking some notes or making a sketch on any old idea is too minor to create a performance pressure you might ordinarily feel. But all the same, writing down these fun ideas in a bound book will subtly each teach us to value them. Every time we record our ideas and add drawings and projections and fantasies, the early teaching that made us doubt ourselves will get fainter until it becomes second nature to assume it's all right. Better than all right, to be fascinated with anything new. Our daybook is also a self study book. Turn loose without any restrictions, allowed to learn or design or imagine whatever you like. What kind of scanner emerges? Where does your mind really want to go? Your daybook gives you a free ticket to create anything you like. So the farther you will follow your fancy in your daybook pages, the clearer the answer will be. In the past, you may have seen yourself simply as someone with an inability to stick to the things or follow through on projects, but none of them is relevant here. So पहले क्या हुआ, हमने क्या शुरू किया, क्या खत्म नहीं किया, क्या mid में छोड़ दिया, doesn't matter. We are scanners, so that happened. Now, getting our ideas on paper isn't like starting something you would finish. It's like seeing a good movie, only better because you're not watching it but designing it. That freedom will allow you to be as creative as you like. If, for instance, you're taken by the idea of interviewing your neighbors for their life stories, you'd open the daybook and write down your idea. And maybe you have no hesitation to let it grow. Maybe you could turn it into a film, or maybe it could be a photo exhibit with audios running of everyone's voices. You could even start school kids on a project to say the stories of their families. Why not some kind of virtual museum that anyone could add to? Your daybook lets you go into planning that idea without having to actually produce it. If you decide you want to make a film, you'll find that you've captured the idea at its best moment when you were the most enthused and the most creative. And if you never take another step, you'd have a good time and risk nothing. Little by little, the process of writing your ideas in your daybook will change the way you feel about not following up on every one of your good ideas because it becomes so clear that planning, designing, making a record of your ideas is something called a scanner daybook, isn't making a promise. It's the way inventive people enjoy themselves. So for once, we are not being told to, do a follow-up. अभी goals बनाते हैं, timelines बनाते हैं, activities में plan करते हैं. That's how dream conversion happens, right? And of course, Stephen Scott has taught us beautifully how to cut those chains and how to propel a rocket. We have learned that and we've learned so much more. But what this book is teaching us is that all of us who are interested in multiple things can really understand why we are built the way we are. So हमारी first entry क्या होने वाली है scanner daybook में? Let's understand. Today, I'd like you to do a trial run. So pick a recent idea, a small one you haven't given much thought to, and do your first scanner daybook write-up. Open the book wide. You're going to start on the left-hand page, so you have a really big area to write on. Now put today's date and your starting time in the upper left-hand corner of the right page. At the top of the page, write a title of any ideas you'd enjoy playing with, like Life Stories of My Neighbors or Autobiography of My Cat, George, for possible use in a feature film. Choose a project that's interesting and has possibilities, but one you might never develop much past this first description. Leave very wide margins on both sides of each page for writing any additions that occur later to you. That's why margins are made in books. Any extra notes, is supposed to write there. So even here, we are being told to use margins because we can write add on, the value addition. And then just let yourself go. Bury yourself in your ideas and start writing. Draw boxes with stick drawings or diagrams or anything that seems relevant. When the tangent comes along, follow it, but not in the same area you're writing in. Instead, draw a line on the farthest right-hand side area of the right page, ending at the top of the page, to leave room below it for tangents that might come along, and continue that arrow a few inches into the next blank pages. Then look at your watch or set a clock timer and give yourself up to 20 minutes to make notes on this tangential idea. And then return to your original idea. Your tangent idea is safe and ready whenever you want it. Now return to your original idea. You can get information from the internet and print out wherever, whatever you want to keep. You can cut out from the most interesting part and tape it right on the approximate page with a note that tells you you got it. In case you ever want to find it again, you might want to draw a box around the excerpt with a good dark pen and fill the margin with exclamation points. If you feel excited about any quotation, you would find something in a book, writing a running page on a thought, or copy the essential passage by hand. Make diagrams, paste in photos or clips from magazines, or do anything else that allows you to enjoy the subject you're writing about. Always try to make your description as complete as possible. So if you disappeared and a stranger found this description, she'd be able to complete the project. Why? Because otherwise, once the passion wears off, you'll forget why you were so excited. Let your thoughts spill out on the page as they come to you, instead of making a list of or an outline you won't understand or appreciate later. You don't even want to look back on an idea and think it was boring or worthless. You've probably done that many times in the past. But the Scanner Daybook is going to make it so much more clearer for all of us to respect our own ideas, all of our ideas. Here's a brief example. A great way to study botany. For this, so this author wants to write something about botany. So your topic could be whatever you want to do. Say, I want to create a $1 million empire, I want to start working, or this is my whatever you want to do, anything, and nothing is lame. Now, example of today is a great way to study botany. How about a series of detective novels about a retired botany teacher who travels all through South America, from the US border all the way to Terra del Fuego at the very bottom of the continent? She could be looking for the new plant species and describe them and draw them like this. Here you might tape on the botanical illustration clipped from a magazine. But she keeps coming across some evil criminal. Maybe he should be a botanist too, developing mind altering plants so he can take over the world. So each novel could take place in a different country and could include the detective's description and drawings and plants and getting stories from local people about how they're used. Maybe a cookbook. For some plants, look up poisonous plants or detective mysteries. There's got to be a book about that somewhere. Why not make it into a website? Oh, a website, a weblog diary, where I could write a little new episode every week. So for those of you, a weblog diary would also become a blog with photos too. Maybe I could get some botanists to help me and we could each write a different episode and link to some really good botanical sites. That could be so much fun. Maybe it could be a teaching tool and classrooms could use it. Just clicking on different parts of the page and maybe hearing a voice, the voice of the teacher, like an audiobook at the same time. Have to ask some techie friends if this is too hard. So, all of us, whatever professions or non professions we are in, now is the time to let loose. Now is the time for all your hundreds of ideas to come in one single concept. If that's what you were writing, you could draw a map on the facing page to show where each episode could take place. You can come up with some fun titles like Miss Bennet and the case of the hidden basil. Remember, it doesn't matter if you never do what you're describing on these pages, because finishing a project is not the issue here. This is about your vision and the free play of ideas of your enjoyment. If you have uninterrupted time to continue working on this idea for as long as you like, that will be very helpful for the purpose of researching how your mind deals with new interests. If you're not supposed to be an outside interruption, the only thing that will stop you will be something internal. And it's very important that you start getting familiar with what that might be. When you decide to stop, catch the thought you had that caused the decision. So remember, thoughts will come, and then something will come. No, 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 let me not do it. But still write that thought and ask yourself, why am I losing interest in this? I wish I could continue, but I have to pick up the kids or anything in between. Write that thought at the end of a description, write the exact time next to it. That's all for today. So our first entry is complete. Now, that's your first entry in your Scanner Daybook. Congratulations, you've learned how to catch an idea while it interests you. Now you know how to save a dream no matter how fleeting it is, no matter how many you have. And why should you save your dreams? There are many reasons. They're pleasant to read. They'll keep you from forgetting a good project you might want to revisit. They'll teach you a lot about what attracts you and for how long. But most of all, they'll allow you to take every idea and every vision at one step instead of discarding it as if it was stillborn because it's practical or impossible. Scanners couldn't throw ideas out like trash, no matter how many they have, no matter how half baked the ideas may be. Respect for ideas is the same as respect for the idea maker you. It will also help you respect the ideas of others and might make a huge difference in their lives too. Let's end the notion that ideas have no value. Read this again. Let's end the notion that ideas have no value unless they turn into a business or have some other practical use. Save them in your beautiful book like Leonardo did. You might want to give them away someday, perhaps to someone who needs an idea. Or your great grandchildren might love knowing what a fascinating mind you had. Or your biographer might be very happy after you've gone. So it's very, very interesting to realize that we are all in this journey of scanning our mind. Our mind is beautiful. It's got such amazing ideas pouring in. Many a times the higher self is guiding us, but we just, in a humdrum of activities, we kind of lose them. So this book is very, very, very important. Now, next, our living quarters map. That's all you have to do in your Scanner Day book today. But if you're feeling energized and ready for more, I suggest this extremely eye-opening exercise for you to do soon, either now or sometime in the next week. This exercise will help replace self-criticism with genuine interest in your identity. Because there's something fascinating I found in long years of working with people. Interest is the sincerest form of respect. And I have always adored this line. It's just so deep and it's unbelievable. I could speak like for hours on this particular line. Interest is the sincerest form of respect. It's the most, so I haven't completed. It's the most self-conscious, authentic way of anyone can say, you deserve my attention. So if I'm interested, then I will always be at it. And that's respectable. In addition, although you don't know it yet, you are in training and your beautiful subconscious mind is going to open up so many ideas to you that you have no idea. Your day book write-ups are going to be part of the program where you will understand how each day is going to be a day of miracle and you are uncluttering your mind of so much that's happening in there. And to think on paper is one of the best gifts all of us can give to ourselves. Upon a fresh pair of pages in your Scanner Daybook, remember, in your daybook, you always start on the left-hand page so that you have plenty of open space to write on. Leave a bit of space at the top of the left-hand page for the title of this entry. When I designed this program, I wrote at the top of my page, "A scanner's home is her workshop," because I found that every single room in my house, even the hallways, has at least one writing surface with paper and pencils nearby. Now wait until you've completed this exercise to see what kind of title you come up with. So the best is you write the title in the end, not in the beginning. You allow your flow thoughts to take you. Oh, what was this all about? And then you write a caption. Now sit down and sketch on a rough plan of your home in pencil. And then with your daybook and pencil in hand, walk carefully around each room looking for projects. It doesn't matter if you never finished them or even if you never started them. You know which items were intended to become projects in your own home. When you find one, draw a circle in that part of the floor plan and write the name of the project, such as Little Video Player watching old video series, home movies. Now, of course, it's not even become anymore. You don't even have all of this. Nobody's got a video player. Nobody's got a CD player. It's such an old book. Basket of interesting clips from magazines. Telephone recordings, hookups, and instructions for my telephoning classes. I'm going to get embarrassed if I do that, one scanner wrote me. I kind of hate to document how many projects I started and not finished. They make my place a mess too. But that's not the true scanner inside you talking.
That's you worrying about your critics, scanners with their love of learning new things and their instinct for potential. Almost always live in a cluttered space, and it's not always easy for other people to understand what the clutter is about. But I asked you to do the exercise here at the beginning specifically so you could start being proud of that eager mind of yours and all the things it's been drawn to. Your home is not just a storage facility for unfinished projects, it's a workspace of a creative mind. See if you can find photos of the studios of famous artists like Picasso, and you'll see what I mean. A tidy housekeeper should be horrified at the disorder. Another artist, even a neat one, would have no problem understanding that he wasn't looking at disorder. He was looking at a functioning workplace. Sherlock Holmes, of course, would find an artist's room very interesting indeed. So should you. So, this place is your artist's area. So, just use it very well. Let me close with an example of from a scanner just to get you started. I walked through my living room and saw one antique lady's shoe sitting in the floor behind a table and remembered why I took it home from a lawn sale. I once saw a lamp made of a shoe just like it in a magazine. The lamp was beautiful. It cost me almost $400. I had an idea I could start a whole line of items from found objects. So I circled the spot on my map and wrote Victorian shoe for lamp. Then I saw my harmonica and remembered I wanted to learn how to play it so I could accompany a friend who plays guitar on the street sometimes. Got the idea. Now I hope all of us are clear. It could be anything. एक टाइम पे चार विचार आ रहे हैं, चार ideas आ रहे हैं, write them down. After your map is complete, you can keep it in your daybook and add to it whenever you start something new. Or you can do what one scanner did. This map of my projects is beautiful. I colored it and even attached photos from magazines and miniature piano from a charm bracelet. It's a work of art and I'm going to frame it and put it on my wall. It's like collage of my soul. When you finish, you might see a pattern in your projects, like I did in my map. Whatever you find with respect and admiration, write a heading in the space you left at the top of the left hand. Nothing depreciating is allowed. Praise is due, and I want your heading to reflect that, even if you have to scratch your head and search for it the rest of the day. So, now just a quick closure. Write in your daybook every day for the next few weeks. I'd like you to write up something in your scanner daybook every day for the next week or two, if possible. Once you understand the benefits, you'll start looking forward to these writing sessions, and then it will be okay to be more flexible and skip a day or two. What will you write about tomorrow? Don't get stressed. This isn't a homework assignment. It's like a coloring book with crayons given to the kid inside you. Tomorrow, you can decide to learn more about fashion, maybe taking ideas from what you wrote yesterday. You might want to go on the internet to say something which you've really liked, like say Peruvian clothing, say, the world of dogs, whatever catches your interest. And even some books with photos that inspire you to sketch a line of women's clothing based on them. Or you might go in a completely different direction because a television show got you interested in volcanoes. Jump right in. There's nobody around to tell you to make your mind or quit fooling around. Pretty soon you'll be stopped saying to yourself too, because so clear that your scanner daybook is a protected heaven for dreams and ideas and interests of today. With your inquisitive mind to know that no longer is under siege, it can start filling out into real shape. Now let's find out why you keep picking up and dropping interest in that old scanner way you have. It's always made you and everyone around you believe there was something wrong with you, and it's time to change that. So tomorrow we'll find out why we are who we are, why people think we're a little conky with so many ideas coming up, and kabhi bhi kuch fruition pe nahi jata hai. Why is that happening? So Prachi, I'm clear what you write. Still, please help. Can you show an example? Yeah. So Ritu, it's very clear. For example, my mind right now is saying that, okay, unclutter your space, stop holding on to your 21-year-old clothing or your wedding wear, because one day you think your children will use it. So, okay, how do I let go? I just simply start, okay, let go means simple, let go, take it out and shove it away and give it to somebody who's getting married. Like I just write ideas. How do I go about it? I see borders. I want to use something. I create some fashion garment. Whatever is coming in my mind. At the moment, I'm in the decluttering space. Everything in my almirahs, everything in my storages is just simply going away. It's flying off the shelf. Yesterday, I gave 3 suitcases full of clothes. Today, I'm going to give another 5. I've told myself along with the suitcases because I've been so fond of suitcases. So maybe I can doodle a bag and say, let go, let all the old patterns go. So right now I'm letting the old patterns clear, my old thinking clear, and I want to rewire, recondition myself. So that's what I'm working on myself. And with this new ideas come up, okay, how about writing this book, which will help me? How about journaling my one-to-one days into this new world where I'm entering of decluttering and realizing that, enough of ridiculing myself. So I just write whatever's coming my way. Stop ridiculing yourself. So stop underestimating yourself. Whatever your mind is saying to you, which you're like, why do I think so? Why do I do so? Why do I not do so? Just write that down. Something like the artist's way. Remember those morning pages? But those morning pages were like, they didn't have to make sense to you. They were like, you were just taking out everything and throwing it away. But those were throwing it away. You don't have to read them again. These are, which have to be beautifully written, they're your ideas. So they're very different from morning pages. Morning pages, you woke up and you just wrote whatever's coming away off clean, control all delete. This is something which you want to start working in the future. Your zillion ideas. I'm sure all of us are very creative. So many ideas come up. Somebody says, I want to make an app and I want to make people healthy. Somebody says, I want to go into meditation. Somebody says, I want to work more on my business. Somebody says, I want to start doing something in my life, enough of sitting at home. Whatever ideas are coming up. And somebody says, oh, I'm in this family business. Yeah, I have to do it for bread and butter. I can't leave it, but I have many more interests. Let me explore them on paper. That's it. Automatically you'll learn. Don't think too much what is right, what is wrong. Just start writing. And whoever is writing today, whoever, Shivani, I know you will be one of them who will write. Please share your document on the group. Share them so that people are inspired to do it. Maybe on the Facebook Sangha, maybe in the group. Do it. Make it a point. Yeah. I will also try and document this today. I've done this before also, and now I'm going to do it again. Right. So thank you, everyone. Let's move on to our sun salutations.
The Surya Namaskar with mantras. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaye Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaye Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaye Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityaye Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkaye Namaha. Om Bhaskaraye Namaha. Salutations to the universal friend. Salutations to the resplendent sun. Salutations to the energy that induces activity within us. Salutations to the one who illumines. Salutations to the sun moving across the sky. Salutations to the giver of strength. Salutations to the golden cosmic self. Salutations to the Lord of the dawn. Salutations to the son of Aditi, the cosmic mother. Salutations to the benevolent mother. Salutations to the energy that we praise and to the one who guides us to salvation. The sun salutation now with the names of the postures both in Sanskrit and English. Pranamasan, Hastuthanasan, Madhastasan, left leg back, Ashvasanchalanasan, Parvatasan, and hold this position, and now slowly progressing into the deeper version of Parvatasan, Adho Mukh Shvanasan. Ashtang Namaskar, Bhujangasan, Parvatasana. Left forward, Ashwa Sanchalanasana. Padahastasana. Hastuttanasana. Pranamasana. On the right side, prayer position. Raised arms pose. Hand to feet pose. Right leg back, equestrian pose. Mountain pose. Hold mountain pose. And slowly moving into the deeper version of mountain, the downward facing dog. Salute with 8 limbs. Cobra. Press back to mountain. Right forward, equestrian pose. Hand to feet pose. Raised arms position. Prayer pose. One round of the sun salutation with awareness on the breathing. So exhaling our hands to the chest, pranam. Inhaling as we bend back. We exhale as we fold forward. Left leg back, inhale as we're arching back. Exhale into the forward. Hold the breath for knees, chest, chin. Inhale as we arch back. Exhale into the forward. Left leg forward, inhale. This is a back bend. Exhale whenever we bend forward. Inhale as we bend back. Exhale, hands to the chest. And on the right, deep breathing. Exhale. A deep inhale. A long exhale. Right leg back with an inhale. And exhale. Hold the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Right leg forward with a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
All right. Time to read creative visualization. So yesterday we talked very clearly about clearing, how important clearing is and how we're supposed to clear it. We spoke about writing it, throwing it. We spoke about understanding, accepting. We also spoke about tapping, also a form of clearing. Now let's look straight further as to what we are going to be doing with our affirmations. So very important. All of us know what affirmations are by now. Yet, let's understand what and how writing affirmations makes a difference. The technique I'm about to describe has brought some of the fastest and most dramatic changes in my life on many different occasions. It's a combination of writing affirmations and a clearing process neatly rolled into one. I love it because it's so simple and so easy to do, yet it gets down to a very deep level. Writing affirmations is a very dynamic technique because written word has so much power over our minds. Do you know words are what define all of us? Words are all I have. You may have heard of that song also. Poems have been written about words. The power of words is immense. And when that power is taken down with a pen and written on paper, it magnifies itself to so much of level you have no idea. Now we are both writing them, reading them at the same time. It's like double hit of energy. And I triple it by reading it out loud in front of a mirror. So I'm tripling my energy. What I'm seeing in the mirror is a woman speaking those beautiful words which are echoing back at me. So even if I don't believe them right now, I will start believing them very soon because they will start becoming my reality. Some people say, but why do I write an affirmation? I don't feel it. For example, I'm fair. Say somebody says, but that person is actually dark. That person is actually really dark. And you're like, why? I'm not fair. But when I keeps writing, I'm fair in my complexion. Now there are two types of fair. One is fair in my attitude, and one is fair in my looks and my complexion, skin color.
Gradually, the body will start resonating, I'm fair, I'm fair, I'm fair. So the pigmentation that you have will start fading away, and your dark complexion will smooth out. The power of your subconscious mind, the power of affirmation, the power of clearing rolled into one is such a dynamic combination, you have no idea. So I strongly believe in writing affirmations, which is the reason why every single day you've been given a hard thought. But those people who write that one affirmation every day for 21 days and maybe into 3 are potentially sitting on a huge, huge favor to themselves to convert their dreams into reality. Let's take it further. Take any affirmation you want to work with and write it 20 or 20 times in the succession on a piece of paper. Use your name and try writing it in the first, second, and third persons. Now, how are the first, second, third person? Let's understand. For example, I, John, am a successful singer and songwriter, right? Now, I'm not a successful singer and songwriter, but I'm writing that. Now, somebody else is speaking to me. John, you're a successful singer and songwriter. And now third person is talking about me. Hey, John is a successful singer and songwriter. Don't just write it by rote. Remember, rote में नहीं लिखना है, रट्टा मार के नहीं लिखना है. Really think about the meaning of the words as you're writing them. Whatever. For example, whoever has whatever dream. Okay, I'll pick up Akshay. I can see him on screens. For example, Akshay has a 1-to-1 crore turnover per month. Now, Akshay, have a 1-to-1 turnover crore turnover per month. And now, Akshay, you have a 1-to-1 crore turnover per month. This is the way we write for ourselves. I, you, and him or her. Very, very important to understand that no matter how big your dreams are, if you start writing them by feeling them, they will eventually become true. Because it's a full concept, it's a full practice. It's not just reading it. It's putting thoughts into that, putting your efforts into that, visualizing into that. You have no idea what's happening. That's why it says, ये नहीं कि बस लिखना है 21 times अरे वो कर दिया ना किचन में खाना बना दिया ना अरे तुमने फैक्ट्री में ये कंप्यूटर प्रिंट आउट निकाल दिया you're just writing. It's not a mechanical job. It's a thought of job. It's a mindful job. It's a heartful job. Notice whether you see any resistance, doubts, or negative thoughts about what you are writing. Now, whenever you have the slightest of doubt, turn the paper over and on the back write out the negative thought. Now, this is a different part of the affirmation that you and I write. Please understand this is also called clearing of your doubt. The reason why the affirmation can't be true, can't work, or whatever. For example, I'm really not good enough. I'm too old. This isn't going to work. So whenever you have a limiting belief, a limiting idea, anything negative, just write on the backside of that so it's cleared, kaput, gone. When you're finished, take a look at the back of the paper. If you have been honest, you will have a good look at the reasons why you keep yourself from having what you want in this particular case. Now, keeping that in mind, think of some affirmation you can do to help you specifically counteract these negative fears or beliefs and begin to write out these new affirmations. For example, if one of my negative beliefs is, I can't be more successful than my father was, you could affirm, my father is proud and happy about my success. Now, this may seem true, right? Or you may want to stick with the original affirmation if it seems effective or modify it slightly to be more accurate. So the point of affirmation is sometimes when you're following the fact of fake it till you make it, now what's happening is faking becomes difficult because nahi aata hai. We are so truthful because by nature we have been born with love and light. So anything which is not true doesn't resonate with us. But why it doesn't resonate with us is something we need to ponder and write over it. Keep working with writing the affirmations once or twice a day for a few days to build your muscle of affirmations. To keep writing once or twice a day. Once you feel that you've really looked at your affirmations with a lot of clarity, with a lot of deep insight into it, and you've tackled all your negative programming, that is when we should discontinue writing it out and just keep writing the affirmations. So I hope we are clear that we're writing affirmation. We write on the back page of it, we're writing counter things, whatever is counterintuitive. Okay, this is not happening because of that. This is not happening because of this. And then Ritu, you can write in switch words, but this is not about switch words. This is about your switch words is like you're shifting your focus from your affirmation into switching the word. Now that's a different science altogether. If you feel you're comfortable in that, that makes you believe your main affirmation again, so do that. But this idea is, for example, Akshay says, no, but Prachi Didi, I don't have 1 to 1 crores per month. So now he writes on the backside why he doesn't have the 1 to 1 crores per month. And what is it that's stopping him? And what can he write to make it more truthful for him? Until the clearing process is done, he keeps writing on that. One day he starts believing it, and then he switches over only to writing affirmations. My experience with this process is that often whatever I have been affirming manifests surprisingly quickly after going through this clearing process. And I have usually received many valuable insights into my own patterns this way. Are we clear about this? Any questions about this? We can take them now if you want. Any doubts which you want. Tomorrow, of course. Yes, Akshay. Rahul, so meanwhile, yes, please.
Yeah, hi Didi, good morning.
Good
I
job.
want to know, like, for example, you gave an example that, I want to affirm that I want to have a turnover of 1 to 1 crores per month. Now, for example, I have a negative programming and I write it on the backside of my paper. Whatever is getting revealed, now do I have to write an affirmation in order to, counter that negative programming? And then once that affirmation, once I start believing into it, then probably I have to go back to the original affirmation that I've started having a 1 to 1 crore turnover per month.
Back page is not about positive writing. It's about just clearing. So jo bhi negative aa raha, I can't have 1 to 1 crore because it's too big a goal for me to come. Or my infrastructure is not so big enough to give me 1 to 1 crores, even if it works on full level and full sales and everything. So you write the truth. The truth could be whatever.
So once I've discovered the truth,
yes,
then do I start affirming about making that truth a reality? And once that becomes a reality, then I get back to the original affirmation that I have started having that I'm affirming for a turnover of 1 to 1 crores.
Yeah, so you will bring dual. Your 1 to 1 crore affirmation will be always written by you, but your realistic affirmation will be written by you, whichever you think. But I'm working towards a 1 to 1 crores by adding so and so, so and so, so and so is your thought process. Now, what is the affirmation for that? Is what a shorter sentence of what you think is realistic to you for the 1 to 1 crore goal. So it will become a subsidiary affirmation.
Understood. Okay, thank you.
I'm sure your question helped others as well. So affirmations are such a powerful tool, but having said that, there are many affirmations we don't believe. So this is for that, to those of us who don't believe in what we write here. For example, I worked with a girl, she was stuttering. She could not talk. She was publicly embarrassed. So I made her write that, oh, I'm an influencer. And when I speak, everyone just is, completely plugged on. I just absolutely drop dead gorgeous girl. And she's like, no, but I can't talk only. No, I can't talk. And then I made her do the clearing process. And within no time, she was comparing programs as a radio jockey. So it works. It really, now she's in the evening sessions with us. So it really works. You believe in what you want to, right? It's not so tough. Just that you need to clear yourself. All of us are magical. All of us are creators. All of us have this huge thing in us to make it, all of us want to be famous. Now tell me one person who says, I don't want to be rich, famous, good looking. Any one person. No, because that's what we are and we need to be. Just that we haven't found that because of our limitations. This affirmation exercise is something you can even work with your family. So all the young fathers and young mothers whose children are impressionable, not collegeites, they have a mind of their own. The younger ones, start trying and working with them. क्योंकि तुम्हें क्या लगता है कि तुम्हें क्यों नहीं कर सकती? Write that down on the backside. And then, okay, क्या कर सकती हो? Help your children. My daughter on her own is doing Louise Hay's mirror work and magic book parallel. She's today on her day 10th. And it's so beautiful to see her grow. And she's doing it all on her own. She just tells me, okay, I did this. Okay, how do I talk to my inner child? And plus, plus, plus. And this was a dream that I wanted her to do it with me. But then it's happening, right? And then she's doing it with me parallelly in a much more beautiful way. She's like, Mama, your channel has gone on the wrong time. Just when I needed you, or there's no channel. I said, it doesn't matter because you're meant to do it on your own. So that's why sometimes we are empowered in a life. Just have to write the intention. Kab wo intention affirmation puri ho jayegi, pata bhi nahi chalta hai, right? Intention has to be there. All right. Today's chapter is very amazing. And the art of creative thinking. So all of us are creative thinkers. Yesterday, we understood that how we can make disadvantages into advantages. Today, let's understand what is the truth about throwing truth bombs. Now, let's understand this. We've heard that, and we are also going to go further. Satya means self-shakti hai, right? The truth can never be denied. The truth always has power. And झूठ को छुपाने के लिए 100 झूठ बोलने पड़ते हैं. That we've heard, right? Now let's understand the value about truth. The truth has power and therefore gives your work strength. It is often unpalatable, possibly even offensive. Sach hamesha acha nahi hota, kadwa hota hai. We've heard that. You must not sacrifice the truth to be inoffensive. To produce something that will stand the test of time, it's important to reveal something or uncover something hidden. कई बार सच बाहर निकल के आता ही नहीं है because आप उसको accept नहीं करना चाहते, उसको अपने layers and debris के नीचे रखा हुआ है. The Impressionists reveal the truth about the optics of the eye and the perception of space. The Futurists reveal the truth about how the modern world was all about speed, traveling quickly and information flowing swiftly. The Surrealists reveal the truth about the importance of the subconscious and how our own true desires were hidden from view. So understand one thing, हमारी real desires तो नीचे दबी रह जाती हैं, वो बाहर निकल के आती हैं, and that's our truth. Now that is the reason why Scanner Notebook is coming in fashion, for us to find who are we. Right? So all of these courses are being intertwined, and ultimately it's all one reality. It's all one truth. Pop artists reveal the truth about the effects of consumer society and capitalism on our values. Conceptual artists reveal the truth about the dominance of ideas in our perception of the world. Galileo spent the latter years of his life under house arrest for revealing the earth was not the center of the universe, but revolved around the sun. They were all searching for the real meaning of the world around them. And all of us, 25 of us right now, we are all finding the purpose of our existence, our own truth. And one thing I can tell all of you is that our truth will always be our truth. Nothing will shake it, nothing will break it, nothing will hamper it. We have to go inward to ask ourselves, what is my truth? Nobody in the world can tell you, no matter how accomplished the teacher, the guru, or anyone is. Your life, your soul, your Atma has taken a life, has reincarnated again on Mother Earth with your name, your existence, your city, you having chosen whatever. It knows what you have to learn in this life of yours. So intertwine, ask for your real truth. Let your mind, let your body, let your soul be absorbed in the Scanner Notebook. Write down whatever comes your way. Whatever. Today, 10 pages come out. Tomorrow, 10 lines come out. Day after, 10 words come out. Even the day after, just 10 alphabets come out. A couple of words come out. It's all right. Start discovering the truth. All of us live in a world of PR, image makers, shifting identities, and media consultants. Most people are trying to hide the truth to cover things up and project a false image. Now look anywhere around. Cosmetic industry, health industry, हर जगह truth को cover किया गया है into a huge beautiful packaging. So you buy the packaging and you forget the truth inside. The truly creative person seeks to reveal, not to conceal. So what are we all going to do? Reveal our true identity to ourselves. That's a self-love is the best form of love. We should all know that. If we can't love ourselves, we can't love anything in life. If we love ourselves of who we are, accept ourselves, our own reality, and go inward and ask, what is my inward journey? Only then can the real substance come out. They tell the truth about the truth. Was it the real below the surface reason you're interested in a subject? Galileo says, all truths are easy to understand once they are discovered. The point is to discover them. So thank you so much, Rahul sir, for showcasing this. We're going to be reading one chapter every day. Sometime if you feel like we'll read 2 chapters. The point for this session is all of us have to understand that we are building our life, say from a scratch. Today is the first day of our journey. Always consider that. And today you've been given a beautiful tool of Scanner Day Notebook. So are we ready for this journey? All of us, are we ready? Will we do it? I want to see nodding heads. I don't see Vijayji. I don't see, I see yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. Did we do this yesterday? Yeah, we did. Wait a minute. I also have marked it because we've been going wrong. So I said, let me mark it. Yes, that's the one for today. Mother. Amazing. Have a good support group, especially when you don't want to do something. They will help you grow. And that's my strong belief that all of us need a group. That's why I made the sub-sanghas. But unfortunately, because you have been at it and others have not, you've lost zest and zeal for it, or you're active. Please have each other's back. Please do that. And know one thing, there's a reason why you have been given the Sangha members as they are, who they are. Now, I know a lot of you are just part of the groups and not doing anything there. But then you're taking away your own opportunity of growing. I have a right to the life I want. Very, very important that we choose our life. We choose what we really want in our life. Yes, Manish, please read for us. Thank you.
I have a right to have the life I want. What kind of relationship would you like to have with your mother? Put it into affirmative treatment form and start declaring it for yourself. Then you can tell her if she is still pushing your buttons, you are not letting her know how you feel. You have a right to have the life you want. You have a right to be an adult. It may not be easy. Decide what it is you need. She may not approve of it, but don't make her wrong. Tell her what you need. Ask her, how can we work this out? Say to her, I want to love you and I want to have a wonderful relationship with you and I need to be myself.
So again, all of us, our own mothers, mentoring us, nurturing us, discovering our swadharma, discovering our reason, our existence, our thing for why we are here. And how can we both work it out? Both as in me and my inner child in conjunction with my higher self. So it's very important for us to understand that we are here for a purpose. Today, I'm going to be reading the affirmations from Creative Visualization and the meditation on affirmations. I'm flipping the page for, because today is about affirmations, so we'll do that meditation. Rahul, so you can make Shivani the co-host. She's back now. She can send it. Till meanwhile, thank you so much, Akshay, for recording for all of us in Shivani's absence. And very grateful, Manish, for having read this beautiful thing about mother. So let's understand that we are the creators of our life and all of us can create what we want, especially through the power of affirmation. Today, that's what the topic is all about. So till the time Shivani gets into recording, Shivani, you can do a thumbs up when you're ready for it. You are. All right. So let's all close our eyes, our back straight, our feet firmly grounded, hands in a comfortable resting position. Today, facing heavenwards, completely open. If possible, no Buddha pose. If possible, no Jin Mudra, Gyan Mudra. Just face it heavenwards. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Each one of us is centered, balanced, aligned. Each one of us has taken birth in this life for finding our purpose, to live a life of love and light. Life is magical. Life is an affirmation. Life is an inward journey. There are so many ways that all of us can use affirmations in our life to add power to our dreams, to work effectively, to give us a positive, creative outlook, and to help us achieve our specific goals. Let's remember that it's very important for us to relax as we affirm. So let's relax our foot, our calf, our knee, our thighs, our hips. Feel the tension going, feel them very going lighter and lighter. Our gut area losing all of its heaviness. Our back, our chest, our shoulders, our arms, our neck, our face. Relax, relax, relax. Let's say to ourselves silently or aloud throughout the day these beautiful affirmations whenever we think of it. No prescribed time, nothing. Let us do it whenever we want, either taking a shower, doing a housework, or doing any routine tasks. Let's remember that each one of us is deeply relaxed and centered in ourselves. Let's remember that each one of us is deeply relaxed, centered in ourselves. Each one of us is deeply relaxed, centered in ourselves. Let's tell ourselves that we are love, we are light, we are radiating at super health. We are glowing with love, light, honesty, integrity. Let's tell ourselves, I accept myself completely here and now. I love myself as I am. I accept all my feelings as part of myself. My feelings define me, and I no longer shy away from them or judge them. I accept my feelings because they make me. I'm beautiful. I'm lovable. No matter what I feel, I'm always true. None of my feelings are negative. They're all important parts of who I am. I realize that I give them a negative note because it's lack of love. Only for that particular part, not for life. I am now willing to experience all my feelings. It's good to express my feelings. I now give myself permission to express my feelings. I love myself when I express my feelings. I feel great when my voice attracts people and I'm heard. I give true time to everyone, thinking that they're the most important person for me. And that time, I'm off my other social media commitments. I understand that it's okay for me to have fun and enjoy myself and do whatever I do. I like to do things that make me feel good. I pamper myself. It's good to be selfish. It's good to really love myself. Self-love is the biggest love I've heard. And so it is. I'm deeply relaxed and centered. I now feel deep inner peace and serenity. I'm so glad I was born. And I'm so glad I'm alive, living love, living life. My relationships are mirrors that show me myself. Whatever I see in others is a reflection of me. And I'm so grateful for those reflections because they help me make myself a better person. When I compliment others, and that means I've loved to compliment myself. When I accept others, that means I have loved to accept myself. When I look at criticism or when I see someone which I'm not happy about, I realize that I am not happy about something in myself. So thank you, life, for showing me these beautiful lessons. I'm now learning from all my relationships. The most important relationship being my relationship with myself. Very often I go inwards in moments of silence and hear what I'm guided. Because now I know my highest good is unfolding because of my higher self. My relationships are helping me to heal and love myself. I'm strong, vulnerable, and loving in my relationships. There were times when I couldn't be vulnerable, thinking that I'll be judged, but now that no longer exists. I'm true to myself, true to my relationships. I deserve love and all kinds of pleasure. I'm now ready to accept a fulfilling, happy relationship. I'm now ready for my relationships to work. I'm trying to become a new leaf, and in my successful endeavor, I am succeeding. I love myself and I naturally attract loving relationships into my life. I attract exactly the kind of relationship I want with whoever I want. I am now divinely irresistible to my perfect mate. All difficulties between me and anyone else that I think are now being healed. The more I love myself, the more I love others. I love life and life loves me. I'm now an open channel for creative energy. Creative ideas and inspiration are coming to me every day. I am the creator of my life. I'm now creating my life exactly as I want it. Divine love is doing its perfect work in the situation now for the good of all concerned. Divine love and light are working through me now and always. Divine love goes before me and prepares the way. God is showing me the way now. My inner wisdom is guiding me now. I am now being guided to the perfect solution to this problem. The light within me is creating miracles in my body, in my mind, and affairs here and now. By now, I realize that I can write my affirmations. I can record my affirmations. I can hear my affirmations. I can say my affirmations in front of the mirror. I can look at myself directly in my eye and affirm about my beauty, about my looks, about my lovableness, about my worthiness. I can say them out loud, silently, or throughout the day, whenever I want. Self-love is something I'm gifting to myself. If I feel uncomfortable, I can do the clearing process for myself. I can push through the barriers and fully experience looking at myself with loving, care, nurturing eye. I accept my emotions and I clear them because I know I'm the only one who can do them. My own guiding meditation, my own guided affirmations are true to me. I write them at least 21 times because I know they work true. Or if I can't write, at least I hear them with full authenticity, integrity. Writing, I know, is most beautiful, and I dedicate a journal for that. I speak to the others also with affirmations because I know words have power. I don't criticize, I don't ridicule. I am loving and I know it, and that's why I share my love and my light with whoever, wherever, whenever. Because I am a channel of love. Because I am a channel of light. Yes, I know. Yes, I am. I always compliment people because I see the bright side in everyone. Everyone has a dark side, even I have. So who am I to see the dark side? When I want to see the light, I see the light. I consciously make an attempt to see the light part of them. I'm practical, I'm guided, I'm lovable. And I express myself so openly, so beautifully with affirmations in my conversations, making people realize their potential, encouraging them, ensuring them, motivating them. And I'm amazed at seeing the dramatic changes my relationships make in mine when I turn my eye towards seeing the positive in their life. I use a technique with my true feelings. I don't make it up. I'm not faking it by telling them compliments. I'm sincere, I'm truthful. I don't exaggerate. I don't say false stuff. What I see is what I say. Because I only see the good in people. At times I sing my affirmations. At times I dance on my affirmations. Because life is a dance and a song. I have constructive space around me. My unconscious negative speech patterns and underlying assumptions are all cleared when I do the clearing process as well. I chant my affirmations. Basically, my life is a beautiful affirmation that manifests the way I desire. And so it is. Let's bow our heads in gratitude. Be grateful, thankful, heartful to all of life, from heavens to earth, of intertwining us, making us meet each other, and to realize how life is so beautiful. Let's be so, so thankful. Let's look up at the universe and thank our universe and cosmic energy for that teaching us, guiding us, mentoring us, navigating us in the rightful direction, which is full of truth, love, and light. Each one of us is in a pursuit of finding our own eternal truth. And we know we'll all be finding it very soon. In fact, we are finding it bit by bit. So thank you, cosmic energy. Thank you, divinities. Thank you, angels, guardians, teachers, coaches, gurus in this realm or the other, is it this dimension or the other, in this plane or the other. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's fold our hands, rub our hands, bless our full face, top of our head, for rewiring, restructuring, reprogramming, unlearning and learning. Our neck for keeping us tall and strong. Our shoulders for shouldering all responsibilities. Our arms for taking all actions. Our heart for being in the right place, for growing abundantly daily. Our lungs for making us breathe so beautifully. Our stomach for giving us spiritual energy. Our entire gut area for digesting, assimilating. Our sexual organs for keeping us pleasurably happy. Our legs for giving us a movement. Our back for keeping us absolutely tall, strong and smart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's fold our hands once more and be grateful for our wonderful body, for working on its optimal best, to all the divine energy that flows in us, to all our tissues, muscles, fibers, bones, skin that protect us, to the beautiful light that is within us. Let's share that love, let's share that light. Lots of love, Jitendra ji, Manish, Ritu, Ruchi, Meenakshi, Nikita, Akshay, Vijay ji, Pratima ji, Peena ji, Usha ji, Kamakshi, Manisha, Shami, Ankur, Surendra ji, Richa, Shivani, Ruchi, Bharat Tandon, Arvind Jain, Niksha Raga, Supriya Chabra, Rahul sir, Amrita ma'am, and to everyone, whoever is virtually there. May all sentient beings be full of love and light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so today the assignment we've been given is very beautifully, we have to start writing in our amazing book. Let's make it a point and do that whenever you want to do that, whenever. Just do it. We learned about affirmations, that all of us now should start speaking in affirmations for ourselves, for others. Enough of seeing the negative in others. Usne aisa kiya, usne aisa bola. Let's stop seeing it. Let's stop saying it, because agreed hai, but why should we expand that? Let's look at the bright side of everyone. Let's make a conscious effort. But yeah, let's not fake it. If I see something good in somebody, let me say that. Not that I'm going to conjure up something and say, oh, you have this when the person doesn't have. So let's be truthful in our game of life. And let's just keep coming back to our learnings and affirming for our life. Whether you want to sing your affirmations, chant your affirmations, record your affirmations, create a manifestation audio out of it, depends completely upon you. Today, I'm going to be sharing Louise Hay's 101 positive thoughts. So maybe you can get inspiration from those and create your own affirmation audio. Why I say creating my own affirmation audio is because my voice is something my heart resonates with. So if I create my affirmation in my voice, my mind and my entire system will resonate much faster with it, right? You want to put some nice soft healing music? There are tons of them available. To record yours, you don't have to go to any kind of apps. WhatsApp has given you a voice recorder. एक और मोबाइल पे लैपटॉप म्यूजिक ऑन कर लो, अपने उसमें रिकॉर्ड कर लो. That's how simple it is, right? I'm going to try and do today for you guys if you want to see. It's very easy. Or just go on Zoom. Just open a session, open a meeting. It's 40 minutes is free. Put on your music, put on your thing, and just save it as a voice note. I don't know if you could save it in a free session, but there's so many options, right? So more power to everyone. Let's see each other tomorrow at 5. If there are any questions, you can shoot them. If none, super. I know. And by tomorrow, December is beginning. 40 days to go. So tell your sanghas, abhi bhi time hai, they can come back on the bus. I'm not judging because I don't judge anyone. So it'll be nice to have the energy back. I know mornings are not so easy, but it'll be nice to come. Yes, Kamakshi. Please unmute yourself. Yes, please.
Morning, Prachi. The thing was I had a very bad coughing cold. I had a very bad sore throat, and since past 8 days, I didn't take any medicine.
Okay.
And it went off as it is. And I was just saying, I was blessing. I thought, let's give a try. You say, you should bless this problem and it will go. It went. So I felt very happy. I'm just having a little bit of cold. I had a knee ache. It went. Ye to acute problems. Now the thing is, I'm having varicosities, like varicose veins in my legs. So ye chronic hai. Can it also go if I keep on blessing them?
100%. 100%. Did you invest in the book I requested you to invest, like in the beginning, Heal Your Body, that Patla Sa blue book, white book?
Heal Your Body. I've started reading it online, but I have to buy it.
So doesn't matter. PDF मैंने भेजा हुआ है, वो है आपके पास.
वो है.
PDF में varicose veins का जाके देखिए. You'll be surprised to know कि क्यों है आपको varicose veins. मुझे भी था, अब नहीं है.
ठीक है.
थोड़ा बहुत अभी भी कहीं ना कहीं butterfly patches हैं body में, but I'm happy with those butterfly varicose veins. They remind me that I'm fluttering in the sky. I'm going to probably share a picture of my varicose veins butterfly on my inner thigh.
But it really worked. With my cough and cold, it really worked. And with my knee pain, it also worked.
Yeah, like so even I haven't had any medication. Abhi bhi thoda kharash aati hai. But the affirmations work like magic. So heal yourself, heal your body,
So
heal your life.
what affirmation should I do for a varicose veins? Like I should keep saying
I'll share with you. मुझे याद नहीं है because मुझे पहले था. This is about 10 years ago. I had a varicose veins. So
Right.
वो तो but आपके पास वो PDF है, एक बार देख लीजिए उसमें.
Sure.
And मेरे पास अभी सामने book नहीं है, नहीं तो I would have told you right
और
away.
मेरा आज day 18th है of the affirmation I was doing for that the female who was a little wrong for my side, and I'll reveal you on 21 days that the things are happening nicely.
Looking forward. Thank you for sharing your magic.
Thank you.
Yes, Manish, please unmute yourself.
Good morning, all. Regarding it's just a thought regarding the scanner and what we learned today about the scanner daybook. I think I am a scanner since my childhood, and since my school days.
Okay, 1 second. Who is not a scanner here? Tell me. Someone raise your hand who's not a scanner. Nobody will raise, Manish. All of us are born scanners. That's a good news. Yes, please continue.
So I have been writing these daybooks in small booklets, which we used to get, since school days. And, the feeling I still write in those small booklets, whatever I feel, whatever I want to do, whatever thoughts come in. And the sharing is that it energizes me to an exponential level, writing those things. That's the sharing only.
Very nice. So continue it. And the way now we'll be guided by Barbara's share, add that value into your writing. Yeah. Yes, Shivani, unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's so good to be back. So
Good
all
to
I
have
want to share is and tell you people that I went for the most amazing retreat. And this was all because of the journey I've had with Prachi. So if you want to experience something, other than you want to raise yourself, and really request each one of you to be regular and do what she says, because that's how you can really achieve. Because what I have experienced, I never thought I'll experience it in my life. And had she not coaxed me in this journey, I wouldn't have done it. So you really, all of you would really need to experience it. And there are so many wonders, and the magnetic force just attracts. You have to be open and receptive. That's all
We
I
will go
want.
for a retreat very soon. Let these 1-to-1 days get over. She went for Nitya Shanti's retreat at Tiruvannamalai. Sorry, the name is so
Tiruvannamalai. Yes, that it's a tongue twister. Yes, and it's a abode of Lord Shiva.
Yeah.
And we witnessed the magic of Deepam being lit, which is lit once a year for 11 days only. And we were there during those 11 days. And then we did the Girivalam, that's a 14-kilometer.
It was on my list for so many years, but because I'm committed in the morning sessions here, I said, at least you go and do it. So that's the reason I want to take a break and want to plan smaller sessions. So just for everyone to know, I'm going to have smaller sessions after this 1-to-1 days, not 1-to-1 day journeys. But yeah, 21 days types we'll be having, because that gives me permission to learn spiritually myself.
Yes.
And we may have morning sessions continuous, but not like every day. So after 10th of January, let's see.
We went to various rishis, ashrams. They were so sacred. There was so much of positive energy. But please go on my Facebook page. I've just shared a few things there. On my Instagram also, it's there. You must see. For the first time in my life, I saw the lingam flower. I've never seen it. I walked barefoot in rain for 14 kilometers, the pebbles digging in our feet. But I don't know how we did it, but we all completed that 14 kilometers. So yes,
you know that how you did it.
Yes.
Don't say I don't know how I did it. I think we should come on a journey. We don't be able to say that.
Yes. And then I became a member. I always saw rainbows here and there, and Prachi kept on saying that if you see rainbows, you are going to go somewhere. And that's what I've been doing. And I became member of this Rainbow Sangha, Nitya Shanti Rainbow Sangha.
Shivani, we are deviating from our topic. This is not for that, please. Thank you. Because not everyone understands, and then you're intriguing them into something which they're not ready for right now.
Yeah.
I give the guidance to whoever is ready, Shivani. So let's not
bring that here. You know,
Yeah.
you were ready for it, so I proposed you for it.
Yeah.
Not everyone is ready. Whenever people are ready, I'm going to give that. You had a great experience. That's wonderful. So more power to you. So I'm sorry for having cut you because I don't want
That's
you to
okay.
be confused. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not excited about the entire thing, but let people just know that you had a great time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Thank
My
you.
bad. Thank you.
Thank you. No, that's fine. Thank you, everyone. Let's see each other tomorrow morning at 5. Lots of love, lots of light.